Hello, Star Wars Rebels fans, it's Star Raptor here. Welcome to my spoiler-filled review and discussion of Star Wars Rebels Season 4 mid-season finale. This is Episode 9 titled Rebel Assault. So we have Hera and Phoenix Squadron now equipped with X-Wings going to attack Lothal's TIE Defender factory in hope of destroying it. Unfortunately, Thrawn thwarts them once again and Hera is captured. So getting into some things I enjoyed about this episode because I overall enjoyed it. It wasn't my favorite Star Wars Rebels episode, but the action was great. I really loved that opening sequence. We have those X-Wings for the first time in canon timeline actually going against the Empire. We have the light cruisers, Star Destroyers, we have a TIE Defender, TIE Fighters. So it's very cinematic and it reminds me a lot of Siege of Lothal. You could tell they really put a lot of the budget for this season into this episode. I loved seeing Thrawn get another victory because last season I feel like everybody was complaining about the Rebels keep thwarting Thrawn and keep getting one over on him. But now we're actually seeing Thrawn get his second big victory, and it's just great seeing that this character is just, starting to become who he was in Legends and is even living up to the novel where we read a lot of the cool stuff he was doing. Speaking of villains, I want to talk about Rook, who is another character that is quickly becoming one of my favorite characters in a lot of Star Wars in general. Just 2 episodes ago, he was introduced into Star Wars Rebels and in Star Wars canon because it came from Legends, and now he's putting up a fight against Hera Syndulla. He's taking her out in a very not honorable, but Hera's putting up a fight against him, and he's just such an obtuse character. His fighting combat style is just so interesting, and I just love to watch him because he is different than anything else we've seen in Star Wars. Another thing I want to talk about is this character of Mark Matin, who was this kind of throwaway character I thought at first from last season on this filler episode with Dash Rendar's looking ship, the YT-2400 I think it was called. So yeah, we actually see him as a rebel pilot in this one, and he's actually a likable character in this episode, and he was not a likable character at all last season. So it's great to see more of these characters filtered into this last final bit of episodes in Star Wars Rebels. Another thing I like seeing, of course, is Hera being an absolute badass, both in the cockpit of an X-Wing and on the ground fighting for her life, for survival. I mean, she is just one of the best leading female characters in Star Wars. She really is something to look up to if you're a fan, because she's just like kicking butt all over the place. So love seeing Hera get some action in there. And I like seeing Kanan make the choice of turning around and trying to go save his best friend. His romantic relationship, as we know, is solidified from last episode. So it's great seeing him trying to make that sacrifice. So as much as I like this episode, there were a couple things that I didn't like. First off, I wanted to know more about the origin of the X-Wings. They did a great job, Rebels has, with introducing us to some of the classic Star Wars spaceships, like the B-Wing, like the Y-Wing. So I was really hoping for some kind of description or even a mission to go get the X-Wings. And if they couldn't give us that, they could have easily just slid in like 1 or 2 lines of dialogue, like saying like, oh, we had just secured these from an Imperial shipment or something. I don't even know in Legends if they are Imperial ships or not. You guys can let me know in the comment section below. But for such an iconic ship, I really just wanted to know the origins of the X-Wing, and I was very disappointed by them just coming out of hyperspace within, 30 seconds of the episode starting with those things. And finally, I feel like this episode is pretty anticlimactic, to be honest with you. I mean, we already know what happens to Hera, so even her having been captured doesn't really lead up to that much suspense, to be honest with you. I think they could have easily solved this by replacing Hera with Sabine, who we don't know what her existence is after this show. So yeah, I'm going into the back half of season 4 thinking, okay, we're gonna have Hera get out of there. Although they could spin it on us and be like, oh, Kanan gets killed doing it. Because I'll be honest with you, as soon as Kanan turned around, I thought he was goner in this episode. I thought it would have even been better if they'd done it in this episode to give all the fans some time to kind of dwell on the thought of Kanan no longer being in the story, because we know he can't really do much after this story. He's too strong of a Jedi to really exist unless he goes in the unknown regions or something to that degree. So just giving my overall thoughts on this first half of Star Wars Rebels, it was solid. I think there was a lot of setup. I think they have a lot of work to do because there's, I think, 15 episodes total this season of Star Wars Rebels, and we are 9 down. We got 6 left. I'm thinking it's going to be returning in February. And also, I was very surprised that they actually didn't destroy the Lothal TIE Defender factory, because I think that's what they were going to do this first half, and now I'm totally thrown off with how I think the timeline and my speculation will go for the rest of the season. I thought that maybe they would get away from Lothal after destroying this if they did, but I think that they're going to stay on Lothal now. I think the next 6 episodes are going to stay there. They're obviously going to try to free Hera now, and the Lothal wolves are actually still in there. They're still trying to talk to Canon, so they still got that storyline they're trying to flesh out. We still don't know what Order 13 is really in, regards to what the heck is going on with the Imperials trying to evacuate. We don't know what that is, so there is a ton of questions left with the back half of Season 4 of Rebels, but that's where I want to hear what you guys think. I want to hear your theories and your speculations for where you think this back half of Star Wars Rebels Season 4 will take us. Let me know in that comment section below. Also, how you thought of this mid-season finale episode. Let's talk about it down there in the comment section below. Also, if you're new to the channel, I have plenty of other Star Wars content that you'll want to check out. You'll want to be subscribed so you're updated on every one of those videos I post. For instance, I actually posted the first 3 campaign missions in Battlefront 2. I tried out the EA Access 10-hour trial on my Xbox One. I'm waiting for the full game to come out. As of recording tonight at 12 a.m., I will be picking the game up. I can't wait to play it. But if you're one of those people that, is not a gamer, does not want to play through this game, doesn't have the means to play through this game, I will be uploading the entire campaign level by level to this YouTube channel. So make sure you are subscribed so you can actually access all of that and are alerted when that comes out. I'm loving the game right now. But that is going to do it for me, Star Raptor. I want to thank you guys for tuning in and checking out this video, and may the Force be with you always. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Star Raptor.